Hi folk, my name is the Metagoblin, and today we're going to be looking at 10 things that the Fable games did better than Skyrim. As always guys, remember in these videos we are not explicitly saying that Fable is a better game, okay? Really, we're just looking at specific things that the game did better, which may have made certain people prefer it. So really, we're just, we're just having a bit of fun. So don't take these opinions way too seriously, don't take anything to heart. Anyway, just before we begin, please leave a like on this video so the rest of my subscribers can actually see the video, and be sure to subscribe so you won't miss my next video, which shall be remastering Oblivion with mods. So I think one of the first things that really stands out about the Fable games is that your character really is part of the story. I mean, you have a backstory, you have a family. You've got this family who wants revenge on an evil mastermind trying to harvest your bloodline for power. I mean, one of my favourite quests is when you actually have to go and save your mother. Really, in Skyrim, you don't have any relatives, you don't have a backstory, you don't really fit in a story, you're just kind of like a guy who's there. You're basically a tool, you're an instrument who just lets the events unfold. And I think Fable definitely does this better. For number 2, we have the option of becoming good or evil. I mean, in Fable, you could be a completely sick, evil marauder if you wanted to be, or you could be a noble knight. I mean, the choice was really up to you. You weren't forced into this kind of heroic stereotype. I mean, you had the option to kill all of your friends in the story. You can kill the innocent people. You can even kill your family, You could do a lot of narcissistic, horrible stuff if you wanted to. The option was there. But in Skyrim, you didn't really have a lot of options. I mean, you could be a little bit evil if you wanted to join, you went and joined the Dark Brotherhood, but really it's like, in Fable, this is the main storyline, you can be an evil person. It didn't really feel like you could be as evil in Skyrim. Another really cool thing about Fable is how you could basically, change certain events and choices in the game to create your own kind of unique experience. A number of early, choices in the game would influence the story later in the game. So you could, I think I've played Fable about 11 times, easily, back in the day. I've just done a rerun of Anniversary, but, I mean, it's ridiculous how many times you could replay this game and then it can be different every single time. Fourth thing, I'm just going to simply state emotion. There's a lot of emotion going on in this game. You feel excited, you feel upset. Most of the time you're going to feel upset, and I guess sometimes you feel happy as well. I didn't really feel any, emotional at all when playing Skyrim. Skyrim is just a bit of a fun adventure for me. Fable really did move me, because it's all about you, your character, your family, and your family dying. Everything that happens actually meant something to your character. You weren't just like some hothead running around Skyrim trying to save the world. For number 5, I'm going to talk about your appearance. Your appearance actually changed depending on your actions in the game. So if you ate too many pies, you would turn fat. You killed too many innocent women and children, then you would literally begin to grow devil horns out of your head. I mean, over time, you would age as well. Your beard would get longer, your hair grew a lot, your hair would eventually go white. I think you'd even eventually get wrinkles. And the more you actually increased your strength stats, the bigger your muscles would like physically grow, so your character would be really big by the end of the game, which is another cool thing. I mean, none of this is really in Skyrim. Like, you can change your appearance, but it's just a one-off thing, and it's something that you can control. In Fable, you can't control it. You eat too many pies, that's it. You're done. It's just more realistic. It feels more of a role-playing experience. That you feel like you're an actual person, and if you mess around with this person as character in your game, bad stuff is actually going to happen. There's going to be consequences. It's like the main theme of this game. Every action has a consequence, and it's bread and butter role-playing game, really. And I don't think Skyrim really had that as much. For number 6, we're going to talk about how your actions actually influence the world around you. I mean, we were talking about this in a recent video, most recent video actually, about when I was talking about Oblivion. There was this fame mechanic in Oblivion, where, you know, things change depending on how famous you are, and in Fable you have the same thing, but apart from it's called renown. I mean, people would actually begin to recognise you. You'd walk into a pub and people would start cheering at you and say, oh, it's the hero of the Knothole Glade, you're the guy who killed the Balverine, and people would know your actions and recognise you for it. Or they could maybe run away in fear at you because, you know, into their homes, depending on your actions. If they know that you're famously horrible and evil, then people would actually run away from you in the streets, and there'd be like a red smog following you around. In Fable 2, depending on whether you behaved good or bad in the tutorial, based on the start of the game, then the city would completely transform when you went back there in your early 20s. I mean, it would either turn into if you were a bit of a naughty kid, then the town would turn into like a really bad, horrible slum. But if you actually like helped the guard out, helped the guard solve the crimes, then the town would basically turn into like this pretty estate with beautiful gardens and a low crime rate. For number 7, I'm going to talk about mystery and collectibles in the game. There's a lot of, you know, I'm obviously talking about the silver key chests and the demon doors. I mean, this kind of reminded me of an old 90s game. Like, the demon doors would, you know, have a puzzle for you. They're normally very funny, the demon doors themselves. You'd have to work out this puzzle. They'll tell you something like, I'll open up if you do this. Like, I'll open up if you turn into a stud, so you'd actually have to go out and start having more and more sex before the demon door would let you in. That was a pretty funny one. And inside there would be, you know, really legendary. There'd be a lot of legendary items. I mean, puzzles are just cool. Puzzles are just cute, I think. There's some of them in Skyrim, but they weren't as good. Like, these were actual riddles you had to work out in your head. For number 8, I'm going to talk about comedy. I don't think I ever laughed when playing Skyrim. I may have done once or twice on certain specific quests. Maybe Cicero, I might have laughed at him a bit because he's kind of funny, but there's a lot of comedy in Fable. I mean, you've got a demon door complaining that he'll never get laid because he's, well, a stone door. You could fart in people's faces if you wanted to, and you could even dress up as a tranny and become a prostitute, you know, and make a lot of money, actually. It's a really good way to get a lot of money early in the game. I always do it. For number 9, I'm just going to talk about the way you actually gained experience in the game. I think it was a lot better in Fable, because you were essentially rewarded for the more skillful you actually played because of this thing called the combat multiplier. Basically, if you got smacked in the face less, then you would gain more experience, so it would reward you for being more skillful, you know, dodging around and getting hits in at the right perfect time, and your combat multiplier would go up, and then all the XP you'd gain after that was like really high. And for the last and most important reason, we have Lady Grey, right? And Lady Grey has huge tits, right? And that should be reason enough, really. Anyway, I'm going to end the video there. Be sure to check out the videos on the screen right now. They're going to link you to very similar videos to this one. My name is the Goblin. Until my next video, ciao.